And finally, I want to introduce kind of a pair of concepts, but they're related, and that is animation and parent-child relationships. So, animation is just an attribute of an entity, just like its material or its geometry. So this is a logohedron. That's just a kind of a joke name, the logohedron, but it is, as we see, an octahedron in its geometry with a radius of zero point 0.2. It has a position. It has a material, which is a referenced image, and that material repeats in different ways around the object. And it has two animations: animation underscore underscore rot for rotation, and animation underscore underscore pause for property. The underscore underscore just says ignore the rest of this. This is just for the programmer. So animation underscore underscore rot. The underscore underscore rot is for me to know that this animation is rotation and this animation is position. I don't have to give them separate names. I could just call them animation. And this is the format: animation equals quote property, and this is the rotation animation, and this is the position animation. So the property I'm going to animate is the rotation or the position. The to is where it's going to. So this could be, I wanted to point out, this could be scale. Property scale. 2, and then these would be 0x, which would be, maybe a mistake, because 0 scale would be invisible in that dimension. Definitely, I wouldn't want to do a minus. Maybe I would do. I pull the thing inside out in its z-axis with the scaling. But anyway, it's not. It's position. So it has a 2, and we saw that it has an original position, and this is the 2. This is where it's going to. So it starts at 0, 2.5 minus 3, and ends at 0, 3 minus 3. So it goes from lower to higher, from 2.5 to 3. That's the only thing that's changing, is the y. So at the lowest point is where it starts, and then it gets to the highest point. It comes back, and it's coming back because we say loop true. dir is direction. And easing is ease in out sign, and we can look at different easings. But all of this stuff is available here. Animation. And here's some code we could copy and paste. But if we scroll down, we can see the property is the property to animate. It can be the component name. All right, so for material or position, or material.color. So we can animate the color that way, right? And we'd have 3 values there of R, G, and B, and we'd have it. If we started with a material color that was red, and we said that we're going to go to R00, G 00, B FF, then it would animate between red and blue. We have the from. We can start with a from, either by declaring it to begin with, like the position we had on the logohedron. We had a position in the when we created it, and then we don't need a from. But if we don't have that position when we create it, then we need a from in the animation. The 2 is the target value at the end of the animation. Delay, how long to wait before starting. I think that's a one-time thing. Too bad. That would be nice to have it delay at the beginning of each round. Direction, dir, dur. So alternate direction means when you go, let's say in a position animation, we start here, we go to here, and then we go back to here. That's alternating. Or normal, we start here and go to here, and then we blink back to beginning and go to here again. Or we can reverse. We can start at the end and go to the beginning. We can start at the from and go to the to. We can start at the to and go to the from. And DUR, this is a key element. How long in milliseconds? And in milliseconds. So 1,000 is the default, and that's 1 second. And here, in this example, here we go. In this example, this takes 1 second to go one direction. 1001, right? Mississippi, right? So the duration can be longer or shorter in milliseconds. By default, I didn't declare it, so by default it's 1 second. Easing is worth going to easings and then looking at these. And this doesn't tell us much either. I just say if you ease out, that means easing means will it slow down as it begins to come closer to the change of direction, for instance. And easing out means it will only slow down on the way out of the animation, but not on the way in. Ease in out means that it will begin slowly and then accelerate and then slow down, and then that's the whole animation. So easing out sine is the one I'm using on the Logohedron, and you can see it's smooth like a sine wave. It gets to the in fact, we can show it again. It's smooth, but it's in the middle, it's faster than it is at the ends because it's slowing down at the beginning and end. Easing is just worth playing around with. So I just wanted to say all that stuff is here in the documentation. So animation, scale, and then easing, down here under easing. There's bounce on the animation, so we can have it kind of go boing. Loop means will it go? Will it continue to loop? By default, no. And that's weird. Maybe it looks like it wants a number. How many times? Oh yeah, if the value is set to true, it'll just keep looping infinitely. You can have events that will cause it to start or pause. So there you go. And so that's all you need to know to begin with your first assignment, I believe.